Imagine turning micro movements in the NASDAQ market into real profits, live right before your eyes. In my live streams, I'll take you straight into the action of scalping NASDAQ futures. Watch as I analyze price action, volume, and order flow to identify scalping opportunities in this fast paced market. You'll see my trade setups, live executions, and detailed performance breakdowns, all in real time. Stay tuned and follow my journey as I work to master the art and skill of scalping NASDAQ futures.
Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, you guys. Good morning, Timbo, Red Poker, and Kellyanne. How are you guys this morning? Good morning. What a crappy open. Price action is still shit. I'm flat. I had no setups, but also usually when we have 8:45 high impact news mixed with 9 o'clock medium or high impact news, I typically won't have any trades until after 9 o'clock anyway. Simply because I stopped trading. I start at 8:35. I stop 7 minutes before high impact news, which means I have to stop in 3 minutes. And then I restarted at 8:47. I got 8 minutes to try to get a trade in. There was no setups. So now we're here. So I can start trading in a minute. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, the market just did nothing that I needed. So I've just been sitting here. But all is good. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I got a little bit of sleep. I did not go to sleep until like 4 o'clock this morning because I took like an hour and a half nap yesterday. But I took some NyQuil. I have the NyQuil and DayQuil that has like the Vicks Vapor Rub in it or whatever. Or it says on it Vicks Vapor Rub. And so when I tell you it knocks your cough out in 45 seconds flat, I don't think I coughed the entire 4 hours I slept. So, but surprisingly, I'm not tired. All right. Looks like where we changed to an uptrend, we are wanting to change back to a downtrend, possibly. We did open and come down and hit the VWAP, and we had a nice bounce off of it. So let's see if we could just stay above it and just stay away. I feel like the longer we trade at the VWAP, the more likely I'm not going to have trades. Good morning, Trenches. How are you this morning? Good morning. What city do I broadcast from? I'm from St. Louis, my hometown. So I am Central Standard Time. I do need to look at putting a clock on my screen like Nutty has. I think I had downloaded it and I couldn't figure out how to make mine look like his, so I got rid of it. Oh gosh, we're going back to the VWAP, it looks like. I'm trying to make sure that level's in the right spot, and it is. All right, so let's just see how we act around the VWAP. Maybe we push below it and just continue down, but if we have a day like, what was that? Yesterday, even the 21st, we just sat at the VWAP. Oh my gosh. Hopefully we don't have that. It's just such a weird week because, let me see, Tuesday I technically had 2 valid setups. Wednesday, 37. Wednesday, this is pointless. Wednesday I had 1. Yesterday I had 2. So 5 setups in a whole week. That's actually insane. Actually pretty insane. I don't like it. But yeah. Good morning, New. How are you this morning? You love that stadium? I feel like they turned the old one into Ballpark Village, which is like a or it's somewhere near there. I don't know if they turned the old one into it or what, but it's like a place that has like a lot of restaurants and stuff and bars. Took along at 22K, setting up for another. Nice. Back to the daily open to fill this gap. Yeah. Yeah, I see we're near the current open and prior close. I kind of am I trade very safe when we're around this area just because I know it could be a heavy level of support or resistance. Yesterday and Wednesday was terrible. It really was. Good morning, San. How are you this morning? And thank you. I hope you're green as well. I hope we're all green today. Welcome to the stream, D-Suit. Welcome. Thank you for the sub. Do you remember the Checker Dome? I don't. If I have to remember anything that means I had to be outside, I'm a homebody. I don't know nothing about none of that stuff. Just posted a link here on the Discord. Might get some company. Oh, thank you, Kellyanne. Thank you. All right, let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can get away from this VWAP though. I need to. Where's my pen? I've been testing a new like simplified strategy, not for myself, but because so many of my friends have been asking me to teach them how to trade for so long. And I don't know where any of my notebooks are from when it's probably down in my basement somewhere in some of my boxes. But I don't know where my notebooks are from when I used to more so swing trade. So I can't teach them my old strategies. And I feel like teaching somebody volume and order flow as a beginner is a nah. So there's actually two strategies that I've been looking at. One in which you don't really need indicators at all. Well, actually you will. You'll need like an order flow indicator, but I have access to one. And then the other one, you actually don't. You just need two super trends, and that's really it. But yeah, so I've been like playing around with stuff just so I can help my friends out. And it'll probably be content that I'll put on YouTube because I'm not a gatekeeper. Why not? But it'll be really good for people who want to be introduced to Renkos and giving them a super simple strategy they can trade with it. So we'll see. We will see. Nvidia and Apple are weak, though they might drag the market. Concert Stadium back in the day in St. Louis? Nah. Now, how far back in the day you talking, Timbo? I ain't that damn old. To go out to the mailbox yesterday. Girl, listen. I left my house. What was that? A couple of days ago, I went out the house to help my best friend. But girl, I don't get no mail. So I don't even know how much mail is in there. I let my mom check the mail because most of the mail is for her and my grandma. And they've been gone for almost a week. So I think I got the mail one time. And that was early on. So who knows what my mailbox looked like, honey. As long as there's no crazies coming. Apple Jacks. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, D-Suit. How are you? 33 here in Jacksonville. Ooh, and y'all not used to the cold like that. 10 in Indy. Not 33 is practically summer. Shut up. Teaching someone to trade has got to be a nightmare. Yeah, I agree, Timbo. That's why I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible because like I said yesterday, I don't really want the headache. I also don't want to feel like I'm obligated to someone, and I would be obligated to people. You're obligated to me when you teach people. People who like sell courses and disappear or have mentorships and disappear, like, where are your morals? I don't understand. But I would not be able to do that. So yeah. So I would feel obligated to be around all the time. And I don't want to do that. I don't. I left the house for 3 days. I have to leave today to run errands. Like 1980. Now, Timbo, how old? I'm 34 years old. I don't know nothing about 1980, nothing, honey. I was born in 1990. Anything before 1990, I look that old to you. I'm offended. I sent them straight to YouTube. I don't have the patience. Yeah. And the thing is, like, you can literally tell them, hey, this is not easy. I tell anybody trading is the hardest way to make easy money. And they don't care. They don't care, like, when you tell them, oh, I spent a year doing XYZ, they don't care, because for them it's like, okay, well, you spent that year so that you can give me the shortcut. No, actually, that's not what I mean when I tell you that. It means I don't want to share at this moment. And then also for me, like with this strategy, I want to see it be consistent for at least like a year, 6 months to a year, before I would ever even feel comfortable teaching anybody. Yeah, that's just how I feel. I don't want to teach something just because it's working now. Now, granted, you know, I'm the type of person where, like, if I'm developing a strategy, I'll do certain back testing or forward testing in the current market. And if I back test, I usually only go back like a couple weeks, because my back testing is so thorough, it takes way too long to do. But then, you know, I'll be like, all right, let me just pull up the chart from March and let's just choose a random day and see if, you know, the same things work out. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, it works. So I try to pick like different times of the year to test out my strategy just to kind of see. And usually, yeah, it works out just fine. What you say? Good morning. I was wondering how many times you was gonna snooze that alarm. No, for real. I when it started going off at 8:30, I thought it was mine. I kept turning around and coming back to my room like it's not mine. My sister's up early. She must have stuff to do. Something just had a phone. No, Sandy, you didn't miss anything. Not you could be my mom. No, Timbo, it's cool. You teach someone teach you how to trade this. You got to develop your strategies. Teach. That is very true, Trenches. But see, I also feel like, okay, if I ever taught my strategy is very strict. Like there's no discretion, there's no feelings, and that's how I'm kind of able to trade like a robot. Do I miss trades? Yeah, but like I told you guys, because it's taken me this long to develop it, I have like old rules in my head, so I always have to look down to like confirm, and then by the time sometimes I look up, the trade is gone. Or I'll have a rule solidified, but then I start second guessing things, and I think it's a subconscious thing because it took me so long to get to this point. And subconsciously is probably like a, what if you analyzed it wrong, you know? But for mine, if I taught anybody, you would literally be taking the same trades because you don't have to think about anything. And that's one of the things that I don't like about most strategies that I've learned from other people, is that there's too much discretion in it and feelings, and no. I'm too analytical. I'll analyze my way out of literally everything. I have to have something that's very, very mechanical. And that's why I created my strategy to be that same way. Like I want to be able, if I taught, I want to be able to teach 50 people, and all 50 people looking at the charts take the same exact trades, because you don't have to think. Teaching some friends starting next week. Ooh, good luck, Kelly. And good luck. You need to charge for that shit. Absolutely. Teaching someone your strategy or different. Oh, Trenches. Yeah, I would be teaching somebody my strategy. I mean, if they're a total beginner, you know, you have to teach some of the foundational things, some of the basic things. But yeah, I would teach somebody my strategy. See, when I say teach somebody how to trade, I'm saying I would teach them my strategy. But yeah, I agree with charging. I don't like the stigma of like, oh, if this person was really making money, they wouldn't be charging you to teach you. Who told you that? The entitlement is insane. Because first of all, that's with any kind of anything really. Like if I spent all this time, let's say becoming a plumber, I had to spend all this time, spend money, energy, all right, learning, and I have to charge you for doing whatever work. Even if you kind of know some things, right? You're charging me for my time based on, whatever I know. And I don't like when some people feel like, oh, well, if they get the job done super fast, I shouldn't have to pay them that much. No, they got the job done super fast because of their experience and their knowledge, and that's what you're paying for. There is no way on God's green earth I would sit here and spend all this time putting a strategy together and then not charge you anything for it. Like, so I went through hell and high water to develop this and go teach you for free and give you the shortcut. I'm shortcutting your way to profits. So yes, and I don't even have a problem with people charging a crazy amount for their courses or mentorship, um, especially because on one hand, you want to help more people, and by doing that, you need to have a low barrier of entry. But then on the other hand, when you are making a lot of money, the last thing you want to do is allow people who might literally drain your energy because of how entitled they are and things like that. The last thing you want to do is have these people have access to you like that. So sometimes you price a course or a mentorship accordingly so that you don't have to deal with that. And it just is what it is, shit. And I don't feel like people can be upset about it. Oh, that invalidated itself at the last second. Thought we'd be able to use the VWAP to push down. But yeah, I don't like when people say stuff like that. Now, are some people's courses completely outrageous for the type of content that's in it? Yes. But if your course is going to teach me your exact strategy that you use to make a lot of money, I don't think there's a problem with the charging, because people will find money for what they want. Let me tell y'all something. Being in credit repair, people will find the money for what they want. So either you want to spend money on things that can help you accelerate your life, or you can spend money on, you will find a way to buy the new Jordans. You will find a way to waste money in sex and, places like that. You will find a way with your $12 an hour job to pay for $100 jeans. So figure it the fuck out. That's the way I see it. But that's just me personally. You're at 411 today. Ooh, nice, Sand. 5 scalps. 5 scalps in 15 minutes. Nice. 1 4 out of the 5. Definitely done for the day. I feel it. Time is money. Exactly. That's why people get an hourly rate. Wage. Yep. 12-day green streak. Hitting full targets. No reason to screw it up. None at all. Lots of rotational cycle going on today. This month made back 90%, 98% of what you lost in December. Oh, you almost there. Almost there. So you'll be good next week. I agree. Slow and steady build again. Yeah, I agree. All right, I can't take that. The gap is above. Let me go to oh yeah, see, that's crazy. One of my lines that I drew is right at the gap. All right, let's see what we got. Major resistance level is here at 1225. That's, excuse me, that's the pink boxes right there that we're rejecting off of. Depending on how this trade works out, I might need to reevaluate this divergence, but it looks like we might break. All right, yeah. All right, so I don't have to worry about anything up there. I don't really take double bottom, double top divergence unless it's counter trend. I don't do it when I'm at the half trends. All right, so we're still rejecting off of the major resistance level, which is pretty much right below the prior close and current open. Thank you, Sam. We're still inside Wednesday's range. Ew. Ew, ew. Let me see. That's today. We are 094. Yeah, this market is just so weird. So weird. All right, let's see. $59. There's nothing I could do about that. I started with a higher high. Go back too far now. Pull back too far. I really wanted to see the rejection off the minor half trend. I didn't want to see it go back that far. I don't really take pullbacks at my middle half trend if it starts with a double top, which it did back here. You just missed that reversal long. Well, in your head. You done. Oh yeah, that's why you said in your head. I was about to say, you just said you was done, sir. That's one thing that I have noticed this week is that I haven't had any wait, did I? No, I did have counter trend divergence yesterday. I do remember now. That was the trade that I sat out of because I said I didn't have enough. I didn't know if I had enough data, which when I looked, I still don't all the way know. It's so weird because that setup used to be my absolute favorite before I switched to the order flow and volume version of the strategy. Yeah, so I still don't know if I have enough data, but based on the data that I have so far, it definitely was a trade. Let's see. Yeah, no counter trend divergence this week except that setup. The setup yesterday. Oh goodness. Got equal deltas here, which I do not like. It might turn into a 1-bar pullback. All right, see you later, Kellyanne. Good luck in the rest of the session. Have a good weekend. I might have to go take some Dayquil. Hold, please. I'm trading. Show me. Show me when you get back home. Or show me in here. Ugh. The good thing is I only have a cough. There's like literally no congestion at all. Oh my God, that stuff tastes disgusting. All right. It goes up in my chart because the quick reversal scalps. You have to see it which type of Renkos you can get on there because there's actually a lot of different types of Renkos. When you're using, I would have to see how the setting works for traditional Renkos, because a lot of platforms have traditional Renkos, but I would have to tell you what you need the settings to look like in order for it to look like my charts. What is it? We want to see too nosy. Oh, it's a Ari, what did you call that? English press? Y'all so nosy. She wanted to show me how it works, but I gotta be here with y'all. 2, 3. All right, there's the third pullback or third reversal since the 1 bar pullback. 1, 2, 3. Because we are not making that rookie mistake ever again. Okay, ever.
And I bought this from TikTok.
So you're gonna use that instead of the stuff you was giving mama? What that stuff called? The Geritol? What is it? That's what? Oh. The heck is that? I don't know, girl. Let's see. It looked like a blender, a mini blender. Let's see, English press. I don't know. You guys, I haven't a clue. Sister, what is that thing used for? The English press? Oh, it's something for coffee or tea. She don't drink coffee, so it must be for tea. All right. 75. We might have some action at some point soon. There's too much volume in this swing, which means we're likely rejecting. We might continue to reject right here. Or we might just use this area as resistance for real and have a for real push. We'll see. She said English. She don't pay attention to nothing her sister says. I do. The way my brain works. If it's not something that's important to me, I immediately get it out of my brain because, honey, my memory is bad. All right. So I can only keep really important things in here. So she told me the name of it. I ain't know what the hell it did. It don't look like nothing I need to use. So I just got rid of it. Appreciate that insight on your Renko settings. I got you. Y'all gonna leave me alone. Yeah, I got you. Look at that. We're pushing back towards the VWAP. Yeah. Where's the, all right, here's the regular Renkos. So I would need to log into TradingView because the default Renkos inside of NinjaTrader, you can only put the brick size and that's it. And so what ends up happening, I'll show you what it ends up looking like. I actually used to trade on these type of Renko bars, to be honest with you, and it actually is not that hard to do. So like a 16 tick brick size looks like this. And so you don't get the threshold of 1 like I have. So what you literally have to do, you have to find a different Renko type because basically each bar has to, it's a real open and close on each bar. So, and these don't have wicks either, which to me, wicks are important because even like if you back test a strategy on this type of Renkos, you could get stopped out and you wouldn't really know because you don't have wicks. So this is like super old school. I don't know anybody who still uses traditional Renkos. Even if you use that kind of setting, you always want to have wicks. Always, always. But I got you. I look, I'm fighting temptation and I trade these reversals. Fight hard. Not like I said. That's just, listen, it's how I always been. Like I used to get straight A's in school. And one thing that used to bother me was like I was really, really good at studying for tests for the moment. Like I only need to know this information for the moment. But baby, when finals came, it's like, shit, I done got rid of all of that stuff. That was 7 tests to go. So yeah, then I would have to like basically crash study right before finals, trying to remember everything. I think the only reason I was ever able to remember so much when it came to like nursing and just, you know, things like that in general, it's just the way that I taught myself. I had to teach myself in a way where it was very easy to remember things. And I kind of learned that. Good morning, Juan. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome. So, when I was in high school, I took a health art class where basically if you were interested in healthcare, you likely took the class. The first half of the of your senior year, you had to your first semester was spent like half of your day was spent in a classroom learning med terminology, learning about the human body, learning how to make beds properly, learning how to turn patients, put them on bedpans, you know, things like that. Basically things that like patient care techs would do. And if you pass with at least, I think it was a C, B or a C, then you had the opportunity to go to second semester to continue on. And at that point, you were able to shadow a nurse and you spent each week you spent on a different floor. So instead of you spending half of your day in the classroom, now you spend half of your day in the hospital. And then, you know, you would come back to school and do all your other classes for the rest of the day. And what my teacher did was she had this program called Dean Vaughn, and it teaches you mid terminology, and it teaches you in a way that's very easy to remember. So like, and it's so corny, it's so dumb, but legit, my first year of college, when I had to take was it A&P or was it an actual midterm class? No, it was A&P. I was literally the only person in my entire class who already knew mid terminology. And my teacher was like dumbfounded, like, how are you coming in here already knowing this stuff? And it literally was because of how I learned the midterm there in high school. And so the way that she taught us was, or the way that the Dean Vaughn tapes taught us. So like, for instance, it'll say gaster, Gastr. So it showed the word gaster, and then it would turn gaster into gas truck. This sounds very stupid. Gaster turned into gas truck. And then out of nowhere, the gas truck would turn into a stomach. This was all animated. And so you remembered gaster, gas truck, stomach. And it taught you that way. That way, whenever you finally got into the medical field, when you would see some of these words that you've never seen before, at least if you knew one portion of the word, or maybe two parts of the word, you could put that together and understand what it is that you were looking for. And so, yeah, it was very stupid, but it actually worked. It actually worked. And so I used to kind of teach myself in a similar way a little bit, just trying to teach myself in a way where it's easy for me to remember certain things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Shut your mouth. My sister is so annoying. That's why I'll be listening to her, y'all. But yeah. Now that's an interesting way of learning. Oh my gosh. I had to lock out.
So push it down. No, it's hot. Push it down.
Oh, put it in the camera because they want to see. Amelia, I hope you're here.
So instead of having all the tea stuff mixed in it, it separates.
Ah, okay.
Then you just pour it.
Ah, so what it does is it presses all the tea material down to the bottom. Wait. Before you do it, show how, like, all of this stuff is down here because I pressed it down. So now you just pour your tea. Huh. Very nice.
Thanks.
Okay.
Got it.
First of all, when did you start drinking tea?
Well,
You used to tell me all the time tea was nasty.
it is, but it's supposed to help with it.
I got you.
Okay.
Some kid made a crypto coin and cashed out 30K. Here I am with morals. Trenches. So, they were talking about that in a Discord that I'm in. They were talking about that this morning, that there's like a whole place on YouTube, I think they said, where these kids are teaching people how to launch a crypto coin just to rug pull, basically. I mean, kids don't have morals. They just want the money. Get slow consistency wins in the long run. I agree, Sam. Try to see how little folks can get in that field. Please don't. Please, not in that manner. Please don't. 54. All right, so if we get a... Did I say the number is 54? 1.2. Well, lost that one. We're just not... I'm not used to us continuously blowing through the minor hat trains. Putting the trading app on her iPad. I'm weak. Good morning, Trader's Chick. How are you? I hated learning medical terminology about roots and suffixes. I loved it. It made it so easy. Now someone got tea. Coffee or the grinds get in the tea since they're larger at times. So the way hers looked, there was like really big holes, but then it looks like when she pushes it down, the holes close or something. Because when I looked down in it, it almost looked like a metal plate was underneath the big holes. I don't know. I would have to look at it again. It's the best way to learn because you know. Exactly, Applejacks. I agree. Thinking hard about hitting you a quick little scam? No. What is up with y'all? It might hit back to 21,990. So did you guys see Damn Good Trading, Kyle? He was trading crypto a couple days ago, and he started, I think, with 60K, and he got all the way up to like 950K. And because he was trying to push for 1 million, he ended up, oh, I feel like his balance went from 60K to 950K to 350K, because I feel like his thumbnail said he lost 600,000, or he said negative 600,000, but really he was still in profit for the whole day. But I didn't get a chance to look at the video. I just kind of like scrolled through. It was like 4.5 hours. I think he just did that instead of doing his regular day trading that day. But and he was doing it with crypto. Did y'all see that? Oh my gosh. That's how he traded options when he started trading. Oh, I did not know that. You good, Sam? I did not know that. Yeah, that was insane. I just kept like scrolling through. And I think at one point when I saw his screen, he was up in the 700,000s or something. I don't remember. But that is crazy. But it teaches you how important it is to, like, I get having a profit goal, but sometimes that profit goal can really screw you, because instead of you coming out with only $50,000 short from $1 million, you wanted the million so bad that you literally lost 600,000 in the quest and the push for the extra 50K. 58. Bye, sissy. But yeah, that was insane. This market, let me tell y'all something. I really hope next week is not like this, because I can't take another week of this. December was enough. I feel like the price action this week is worse than what we had in December. Like, worse. Now, if you like this kind of price action and you've been trading well, cool, but the price action is so bad. I have not seen anybody on social media yet say they like them. Literally everybody on every platform that I'm on is saying the price action is ass. And the fact that everybody trades so differently, I mean, everybody from scalpers to intraday swing traders, everybody's saying the price action is ass. This sucks. It's so bad. I'm sure he was up, let's say 500K, but he wanted 600K, so he let it go back down. What, Amelia? I would be on the, you know what, where, yes, honey, because what? He hits loss limit or take profit, and that's it. That's interesting. I get an all or nothing, just like, hey, I have no trailing stop, I have no auto break even. It's just all or nothing. Either I'm going to stop out or I'm going to take profit. I get that part, but the loss limit, like when you add the limit part of it, And unfortunately, there's too many people that's like that in different areas of trading, and I don't really understand it. I don't, because I just feel like there's always another trade, even if it's not today. There's always another trade. I don't see why I have to be right on this trade that I just took. This is complete garbage. I don't like it. Me neither. You'll make your first million. Sam, thank you. I really, my goal for this year, to be honest with you guys, if I can get to like 50 to 75K in withdrawals this year, that's all. I'm not greedy. That's all I'm looking for. Now, the good thing is with my strategy kind of finalizing itself out pretty much at the beginning of the year, at least I'm starting off this year where I want to be as far as strategy goes. Now it's just up to me to execute and just really go from there. Let's see, 28. 8. There's more than I can't take that. I'm not trying to judge, but I'm judging. Mini reversals is where it's at this season. Yeah, I'm definitely going to work. See you, new. Have a great weekend. Told us on top of TV. It's on YouTube if you want to give it a listen. I might have to, because that is insane. It's going through, don't change. No matter what way trading, it's the same market. I agree, trenches. Should get capital that would work out with more contracts. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I literally the good thing is I already have my trade plan and everything, so I already know like how many contracts I'm going to use at every single profit level. Like, you know, normally I was trading 5 contracts per trade on my Apex accounts. And with everything that happened on Friday, because of it eating through my drawdown, I was like maybe, let me see, 1843. So in order for me to use 5 contracts, I have to be at 1879 in drawdown or profit on the account. And I'm at 1843. So I didn't reach the 5 contract threshold. So I have 4 contracts on if I ever get a freaking trade. So I'm very methodical when it comes to that. And I always say, like, I'm so thankful that I mastered the psychology part and the risk management part of trading well before prop firms came about, because I can honestly, I understand why people gamble so much in prop firms, because you want to seize the opportunity while it's here. You know, we don't know how long prop firms are going to be here, but the way some people are gambling, I think, is also doing more harm than good. Because when you are spending tens of thousands of dollars a year on prop firm fees, whether it's evals or PAs, it's a little insane to me. It is. It is. Oh, Amelia, let me know if you still here, girl, because I do want to talk to y'all about Kellyanne put out a video yesterday. It was, I don't know if it's Apex's countersuit to the guy from Day Traders or if it's a response. I don't really know. But let me tell y'all something. And this is why it's important to know information from both sides before you take sides. And really, I don't think that anybody should take sides with anything, because we still, even besides what we do know so far and what came out in the lawsuit, we still don't know everything, right? However, I think it's very interesting that in the lawsuit response, Apex basically accuses the CEO of Day Traders, who was the CTO, I think, whatever he was doing. He built the technology for Apex on the back end. They accused him of basically hijacking. They accused him of taking the database and putting it on unknown servers, not giving them the passwords to things, not giving them the source code, not doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? And what's interesting is, and this is why I was telling Kellyanne yesterday, I don't like how, even though she, hey, I made my own decisions and I understand that. I don't like how they fed her certain information because, first of all, when you go into things like this, you got to make sure that your own hands are clean because otherwise you come out looking crazy. In one of the screenshots, it was saying that he disabled the automation engine on October 28th. His actions briefly took down the Apex platform, but the shutdown lasted only approximately 24 hours, after which Apex was able to restart its systems, implement its independent solution, and resume operations. I did a little digging, right? So I went into the old Apex Discord, right? Because I was like, I kind of remember around October there being some kind of crazy ass outage. If you go into the Discord, this is what you'll see. And hold on, I hate when this freaking thing does this. Look at the date. Today, we're experiencing delays impacting the following services: new account setups and resets, PA activations, email notifications. So it's very interesting. In the video, she also posted screenshots of Apex basically alleging that he hijacked the Apex website, where basically when you, and I had already knew that they were accusing the COO Martin of doing this, and that's why they stopped paying him his affiliate pay. They actually already knew that he was doing certain things he wasn't supposed to do, and they continue paying him and continue asking him to stop doing it. But based on the lawsuit, it looks like Leo allegedly basically made it to where when you went to the Apex site, you were going through on a code that he implemented, because part of the agreement was that he could not, him nor his wife could have an affiliate code. And so he basically hijacked things so that they can continue getting, they could get paid affiliate income. And it's just that, first of all, this whole thing is messy, right? But it's basically showing how unclean his hands really are. And to do these things because you claim that you just did not like the way Apex was treating people, it doesn't look that way. It looks like, based on time frames, that you were doing it because you were no longer getting paid what you wanted to get paid. I don't care what he tells people. When you look at timelines of things, it looks real crazy. Real crazy. Good morning, Clay. How are you this morning? Would rather risk $30 to reset my account than risk my real money. I agree, Clay. Did you read all the stuff that went on in June? He supposedly did that whole thing too. Yeah, Amelia, I did. Was a software beta tester. Tried to use a common thing for them to steal the software technology and sell it. Yes, and the thing is, like, first of all, this is the only thing that I'm going to address in regards to Kellyanne's commentary, because we just think so differently. I don't know if it's because I've been a part of big business or not. But when she made the comment of they're saying that he hijacked and blah, blah, blah. Well, why didn't they call the police? Why did they go into more agreements with him? Why did they? And it's like, ma'am, this is a big business. According to the lawsuit, at one point when Apex was at its peak, they had 130,000 active users and were pulling in $70 million a month in revenue. What is calling the police going to do? Is that going to make him give the shit back? What is filing a lawsuit going to do? Because unless it comes with some kind of emergency order that you have to hope the judge signs, what is that going to do? Am I supposed to put my business in jeopardy by waiting on the police, which they're not going to do anything, by the way? It's just going to give you a police report to be able to use in your lawsuit. Am I supposed to wait on the judges? No, I'm going to go into an agreement with him to get him to stop being an ass. But what probably happened, and I don't know because I haven't looked through the agreements, but I know a couple of engineers, and there's a couple of you guys who are engineers on here as well. And I know a couple of software developers. And basically, there's certain language that you have to have in the contract in order to completely protect yourself and make it your intellectual property. So what I am guessing, and again, this is just a guess, that each time they went into another agreement with him, they probably had some kind of language in there that him or maybe his lawyer, I don't know, did not really pay attention to where it slowly in each agreement gave him less and less power over the technology to where it was their intellectual property. Again, I don't know. I didn't look through it, but that would be my guess. And if that's going to temporarily shut him up and stop hijacking things until I can hire someone to figure out how to get this out of his hands safely, that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not going to risk my company in the hands of an erratic person. Like, what are we talking about? His wife got that affiliate too. Yep. How many days do you have to pass? Yes, Amelia. Amelia told you, Clay. You have 30 days. Now, minimum, you can pass in one day if you want to, but you have 30 days before it rebuilds. Now, if it rebuilds and you haven't passed it, you're fine. But what I always encourage people to do, if you're close to failing the account right before renewal, and it goes based off of the day before your renewal. So let's say your renewal is today, or I'm sorry, let's say your renewal is tomorrow. You need to either pass the account, be back at full drawdown, or fail the account by the end of the trading day today. Because when you get billed tomorrow, it's based on where your accounts were at the close of the market today. And so those are the three options that I say, because, I mean, if you pass the account, great, you won't get rebilled. If you get back to full drawdown, it makes sense for you to carry a balance forward because, you know, I'd rather go into the next month with full drawdown and in profit versus starting all over. You know, why would I start over at 50,000 if I have a $51,000 balance and I'm pretty much at full drawdown? Or you just fail it so that you can get the free reset on renewal, your trailing drawdown, your balance, everything will reset. So those are the best three options to me if you are close to renewal. You're going to send it in one trade? Listen, you ain't got to be just kidding. A lot of people do that. Y'all, this, what the hell? This is so bad. And I'm mad I couldn't really do anything in here, mainly because of the news. But this is bad. Really bad. And like Applejack said, we're still in Wednesday's range. You know what I want to do? Let me go to that is really bad. $21. That makes me a little angry because why does this look like this? This is so horrible. And we only got 15 minutes left. I legit have not had any setups. I am 99.9% sure I have not had any setups at all. Oh my God, why did I just do that? It's not what I meant to do. 5-minute chart. All right. So you can see my middle half trend is an uptrend right now. So I can't really trade until we pretty much push towards this VWAP down here, which is also where the current low is. Oh, this is so horrible. But I mean, I guess I'm green for the week, so I guess I'll be thankful. Is that what I'm supposed to do? I wonder, do I have that super trend indicator on here? I do not. But yeah, I want to read a little bit more into the lawsuit because yeah, it's a lot of craziness. It is a lot of craziness. I also think it's weird that Apex should have called the police, but Leo didn't. Apex should have filed a lawsuit, but Leo didn't until December. And this looks like it's been going on since the beginning of last year. You know? But he didn't file a lawsuit because he was still getting his money until late last year. So what are we talking about here? Y'all, we have literally have to pray to the trading gods that next week does not look like this. We need this to be, baby, a one-time thing. All right, so we're almost changing to a downtrend on the middle half trend. Can't take the first pullback there, but it's happening. We got 13 minutes left. Don't make me yell at you, I guess. Look, girl, you ain't gotta yell. No, I even looked, I think it was Tuesday's price action, maybe Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I looked to see, like I was writing certain setups down that worked that day that I don't have rules for, just to see like, okay, are you just too strict right now? No, I'm not actually. Even when I rewrote some of those things out and I looked all the way back to November 4th, which is where my data starts, even though I didn't start trading this strategy until November 12th. Yeah, there's no consistency in the patterns that we're working out. So yeah, there's really nothing I could do there. I just have to be okay with not being able to take trades pretty much. Yeah. I gotta look for something. I do not have anything for that. That's very interesting. All right, we got the breakthrough. Let's see what we do in 10 minutes. Still can't take this first pullback though, because we just changed to a downtrend on the middle one. So the first pullback, whenever that happens, or we change on the major half trend, I can't take the first pullback. Not you'll sacrifice a cow. Making progress this month, and I'm seriously, thank you, Applejacks. I really have, honestly. I told you that's why I couldn't really be as mad as I wanted to be about Friday. I think I told y'all that, or maybe I told my best friend Jeremy, but I still was in profit last week despite the issues. But when I looked at my P&L, based on my P&L and how many contracts I was using, instead of me being like $950 to $1,800 in profit per account last week, I actually should have been $1,500 across the board. Well, except the one that I gained $1,800, that one actually was supposed to be more. But either way, like, I was still green, yes, but I also was missing $600 per account, and just the frustration of that whole thing happening. But I have been doing really well, and it's crazy because this is why they say be careful on what you speak, right? Because thoughts can become things and what you speak can become things. When I started my YouTube journey and started trying to develop this strategy in December of 23, I literally told myself, like, I'm giving you a year. In a year, you need to figure it out. And have the strategy as close to perfect as you can get it, minus a couple of little nuances, right? Because sometimes your focus shifts on the setups that you see happen the most. And legit, I swear to you, I believe, wasn't it the 23rd? I'm gonna look in my TradeZilla. Let me see. The 30, not the 23rd, the 31st. Hold on. Do I not have? There is my trades. I feel like, oh, I'm dumb. I'm in the wrong. Yeah. The 30th was a green day. I believe the 31st was as well. Literally, I started making the most progress that last week of December. And it's just so crazy because I gave myself a year. Now, it was a little more than a year because I'm pretty sure I started on YouTube like around the first week of December, right? So it was a little over a year, but I meant literally like by December of 2024, girl, no more excuses, right? And it's been up from there. I think when I counted, I only have had, let me go to my YouTube channel. I think I've only had 2 red days, think, since December 30th. Let's see. Go to lives. December 30th. Green, green. Flat, green, green, green. I had a negative day on January 8th. I think I was slightly negative on the day that me and Killian had our debate. So that's 2 days. Yeah. Only 2 red days in the last, how many trading? I don't know how many trading days that is. Let's see. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See. Today would be the 17th trading day. How can you ever be upset with that? You know, like, I did what I came to do. Nah, but I am happy about it. I really am, for real. Now, if I go to my trade performance tab, let's see. This is what it looks like this is what my graph looks like from December 30th. This was Friday, I'm pretty sure. The 17th. Yeah, that was Friday. So that huge drop was Friday. But I mean, I was doing quite well. Quite well before Friday hit. And now I'm just trying to, you know, get myself back up. But when I go to the summary, let me make the font bigger so I could show you guys. Let's go with 24. And let me make sure all the accounts are in there. Oh, minus the sim account. We don't need that one. So this is what I'm looking like. Obviously, I'm doing way better with longs than shorts. But that's because most of the time when my copier was messing up, it actually was with shorts, now that I think about it. But $7,000 in profit is not horrible at all. And I still had to make adjustments along the way in the last month, right? But you can see that I have a 67% win rate, which is really great. And I'm doing well. I can't be mad. Would I have liked to be done with the other accounts by now? Absolutely. But it's all good. It's all good. Lost a lot of progress on the Top Step accounts on Friday, but that's neither here nor there. Why can't I can't be mad. I can't be mad at all. Yep, perspective. It's too hard for us to also be hard on ourselves. You're always gonna figure it out. Girl, Applejacks, don't make me cry, girl. You know I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive about my shit. No, but you are absolutely right. Like I said, I think that sometimes being hard on yourself to a certain extent helps you to grow. As long as you're not harping on it, which sometimes I won't lie, I will harp on certain things sometimes just because I'm just like, girl, how did you make that mistake of all mistakes to make? Why that one? But things happen. And I have to remember I'm not a robot. I do aspire to trade like a robot as much as possible. That's why I put my strategy together the way that I did. But I'm really looking forward to my execution continuing to get better, because those numbers would be astronomically different in a good way if my execution was better. It just would be. But it's all good. Exactly. 7K is not bad. December month is like the ex I had no business talking to. You will get it back slow and steady. Absolutely. I mean, technically, honestly, I should have gotten it all back this week, but just stupid mistakes, not turning auto liquidation off, you know, things like that. But even that, I can't even really even be mad at that for real. It happens. It happens. It's gonna suck being rebuild for this freaking take profit trader account, but I do have full drawdown. I'm $1,000 in profit on it, so I guess who cares? Who cares? Let's see. Actually, I'm halfway to passing it. I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, because of yesterday's trade. So this week with my strategy, it's 5-0, but unfortunately, I've only taken one trade. So, but it's all good. We got 2 minutes left. I cannot believe. See, these days like this, yes, I'm happy I stayed out of the barcoding and chop, but then it also makes me like, all right, maybe certain things are a little too restrictive. So what I'll do sometimes is, and I actually do this every day when I'm journaling, when I'm going through the charts. So first I journal the trades I actually took. All right. And then 48. And then I will journal all the trades that I genuinely missed or that I didn't take. Like I saw it happening and I just didn't take it. But also in the process, sometimes I will write down trades where like, yo, this trade actually hit my TP, and I'll look to see like, okay, why didn't I take this? And so I'll look at the volume and order flow pattern, and then I will look. I did stop using this little packet thing that I had created. I stopped using it about a month ago. But some stuff, like I stopped trading it that way for a reason. And so I'll just look and be like, this is why I don't have this as a setup, because already thus far, like it's either break even or it's negative. It just so happened to work out today. I can't really be mad at that. But other times I'll discover like, I actually don't have a lot of data for this. And part of the reason I don't have a lot of data for it it would be because after 12/17, I just, hey, these were the rules that I created and that's all I'm looking for. So sometimes like over the weekend, I'll just be like, all right, I want to look at this particular volume and order flow pattern because I've been seeing it set up like lately and I don't really have a way to trade it. So let's just go back for the last 2 months and see how many setups I can find. And when you're only looking for one particular setup, it does not take long to backtest it. I can literally just scroll through each day in about probably 10 minutes, not even that, probably 5, and just, all right, here, we got this one. Let's write this down. So I might end up having to do that. Just because it just might be things that I'm a little too restrictive on. But so far, I'm cool. Like, I don't really mind only taking 5 trades in a week, especially with the way the price action has been, with it being so choppy, and all 5 trades were full winners. There were no break evens at all. It's just a matter of I didn't take them all, which is fine, but my strategy was basically perfect this week, so I can't really be mad at that. I can't. Yeah, I'll build up the confidence. Like I said, it's really a subconscious thing. It's a good thing that I lost consistently for a year because when I do lose, it doesn't bother me. Like, yeah, you saw me rage because of the tech issues, but the actual losses, I don't rage with losses. The only thing you'll see is me like, all right, that didn't really work out. And I'll sometimes, like the one when I made that rookie mistake on the 8th, I'll never forget that day. When I made that rookie mistake and that made me go from 1 trade away from passing to 3, I scroll back like, oh my God, how did you, such a rookie mistake, you know, that kind of thing. But you don't really see me get angry. And I think that part of that is when you spend so much time developing a strategy to have a specific edge, like, you know that, hey, it's going to lose sometimes. I know that. And if I go and I lose and I look at my data and I'm like, well, this is the first loss in 10 trading days and it set up 10 other times and it won. Can I be mad at it? No. It's just a loss. Now, with every loss I take, do I go and I look back to make sure there's not a tweak that I need to make? Absolutely. Because again, my goal is to get as close to perfect as possible with my strategy. But I don't tweak things just because they lose. It just makes me look back at all the data, put it together, and see if there's some kind of component of the trade that made it a higher chance of losing. And I just kind of go from there. But I feel like over time, especially in the last 3 weeks, I have been building up the confidence though. I have. I'm sitting out of less trades. Now genuinely missing trades is just going to happen. Sometimes I zone out, even if I'm not looking at the chat and I'm looking at my screen. Sometimes I just zone out, like especially on days like this where literally nothing is happening. It's so easy to just completely zone out just because there's nothing happening. What else am I supposed to do? I don't want to look at Discord. I don't want to look at my phone because then I'm going to miss something. So I'm staring at the charts and then I still miss it anyway. But yeah, let me show you guys the accounts just so you guys can see what I'm going into next week with. The goal is hopefully to pass this Apex account next week because I am a little more than 2 trades away from passing. So these are the numbers here. So the top account is the Apex account. I'm $800 away from being funded. Like I said, I lost some drawdown on Friday because Friday was the day that I was supposed to get taken out of that first trade. I still have not figured out why I wasn't taken out, why the risk manager didn't take me out, because I was $370 away from passing and I was like $480 in profit. So I still don't really know why that didn't happen, but it's all good. So that's why I'm going to continue trading 4 contracts until I get there. And then the second account, the second and third account are the top step accounts that I lost $900 and something on Friday because of it putting my stop loss at 3.5 points instead of 4.5. And with those accounts, I don't know why they didn't hold the top step correctly. It's not letting me change it. But the top step accounts have the second account listed has $1,006 in drawdown left. And because I traded the third account listed yesterday, I gained some of my drawdown back. So I have $1,240 left in that one. And then the TPT account is correct. That one I do have $2,000 in drawdown left. So the goal is to pass the Apex and the TPT accounts next week. I don't really have high hopes for the top step accounts. However, the one that has 1240 left in drawdown, which is this one, that one renews on the 4th. So my goal is to try to pass it before the 4th, because it's going to start annoying me that I pass accounts like shortly after renewal. But yeah, thank you, Sam. You feel like watching paint dry? Review the losses and wins the same. Keep that continuous improvement. Oh, absolutely, Disu. I do. So with me, most of the time, I don't really review the wins as much, only because, again, I have a very mechanical strategy. So the rules that I have based on the volume and order flow patterns, they are only rules because there are significantly more wins than losses, right? Most of the time there's very few losses. So what will happen is sometimes I might win trades with a certain setup and a certain pattern, but then when I come across a loss, because I know that my routine is to attempt to mitigate as many losses as possible, when I do have a loss, it's like, all right, let's go ahead and look at that. So like there was a trade earlier that, because I don't know if I want a level to be attached to the entry bar in order for the volume pattern to work out, I didn't take it. It would have lost. And there's a reason why I feel like a level needs to be attached to it, which is why I didn't take it. Now it has won without a level being attached to it, but I just feel like based on my data, I feel like I've seen it lose more often if it doesn't have a level attached to it. So what I'll do is I'm going to go right after the stream and I'm going to specifically look at all the data I have from November 4th until today with that specific order flow and volume pattern. And when I write everything out in my journal, I'll write the day of the trade, the time of the trade. I write down, I don't have to write the volume and order flow pattern because I'm specifically studying that one, but I will write down like if a level was attached to the entry bar or not. And so it makes it very easy to where like, oh, I can see that when a level is attached to it, so far no losses. If a level is not attached to it, oh, we have 3 wins and 2 losses. So it's break even, which means when a level is not attached, I shouldn't take the trade. And traditionally, what has been happening is because when I started trading this setup in early November, the market was trending really well. A lot of times if it's losing now because the market has been consolidating so much, those days where it's working out really well in trending markets, I don't really care that I'm taking losses away from those particular days, you know, data wise overall, because I have way more setups. So I would rather take away a win from a trending day when I have 10 setups than keep a loss like today. That would have been my only setup today. I don't want to be red because I had one setup, right? So I would just mitigate the loss by taking that out of my setups and my strategy, basically. Wow, with Coach Ray, I kind of adapted his strategy. Nice. But yeah, so I'm going to go review that and kind of see what's up. But I'm pretty sure that's the only little setup that I had. But that's that. So yeah, those are the goals for next week. And hopefully we have some different market conditions, because 5 trades a week is not going to get me where I want to be. At all. So we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And if you're continuing to trade, good luck, because this market sucks. But please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early Monday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Be safe this weekend, and I'll see you guys Monday. Bye, guys.